Hey, welcome back. This is EC's EDC, and today we are taking a look at the GORUCK M23. This is the Robic version of the M23, and during Black Friday, they had a fantastic holiday sale. This was like $94, and there was no way I was gonna pass it up. So I've had it since beginning of December, and been using it pretty frequently. I've really come to love Robic material, but here we are. So we're gonna take a look and go through the materials, how I use it, pros, cons, and yeah, so let's dive in. So first up, let's talk about the bag itself, go over some specs. We've got a 420D ripstop Robic nylon. This colorway is called Sea Spray. It's a really nice sort of light green color, looks awesome in person. Interior is a 210 high tenacity Cordura. This is for especially the underside of the straps and the back panel, so it's a little bit less abrasive when you're wearing it. Dimensions, we have 21.5 inches tall, 14.5 inches wide, and a depth of 7.5 inches. This is 2.8 pounds, and you know what? It's pretty cool. While we're here, this GORUCK bag comes with a sternum strap, which was great. I usually hate having to buy one extra thing when I'm checking out from GORUCK's website. So, awesome bag. Right off the bat, I'll tell you that. Top loaders always give me a little apprehension, and it's because it's a big cavernous hole. It's not, I'm a fan of clamshell bags. I like the access, I like being able to rip open one side, get in, pull something out, but this is done in a way that gives you internal access. You've got a spot for everything. Yeah, you do still kind of do the top loader problem, dive in, look for something, can't find it, but I've definitely had way worse experiences with other bags. So comparatively, this is a good version of what a top loader can be. Now, like I mentioned, this Robic material is great. It's super malleable, and I think this is one of the pros of the bag. The Cordura version, I also have a Cordura version. It's stiffer. It doesn't want to make room for things as easily. Yeah, as it breaks in, it's gonna get a little softer, but comparatively, this, you can really stuff this out. And this 21 liters is, I'd say, a good amount. I'd say it's probably closer to like 23, 24, especially when you pack it upwards and really take advantage of the excess space the top here, the lid of the roll top can give you when these straps are fully extended. So material's pretty great. Now, 210 back panel, I think this is controversial. It's a cheaper material, right? There's less going into making a 210 fabric than 500D or 1000D. Less abrasive, so if you're wearing a tank top or, delicate clothing, maybe like merino, this is gonna be better for it and better for your skin. But it is slick as heck. When this is on one shoulder, the bag wants to slide right off. Pro, when putting it on, it slides right on. It's very easy to get on and off. So you're gonna find yourself in one camp or the other. Personally, I like the 210. I think it's nice. Sometimes that 500 or 1000D material can kind of stick, ruins your clothes before it breaks in, and I think it's a decent compromise. So might as well mention that while we're here. So before we take a look at some of the cool stuff on the front of the bag, let's take a look here at the laptop compartment. This is your standard Evergood sort of bomb-proof laptop area. Zipper does go on this L-shaped path to get to where your machine is. This will not fit a this will not fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Too tall. So this is a 14-inch machine, fits in there great. check out GORUCK's website. They do put the internal dimensions for this specific size, and they offer this in both, you know, the 21 and the 26 liter. So you can find exactly the dimensions that will fit this, in case you've got a different machine. So talk about that first. And of course, back panel, GORUCK bags are going to be a little warm. Not a lot of ventilation here. So in the summer months, if it's warm where you are, prepare to sweat because you're not getting a lot of airflow. And this is, you know, just some foam to really keep your laptop protected. This is also suspended. So if you're wondering, yes, this is about 1 inch off the ground. So when you put the bag down, your tech is safe. So here on the back side, we're starting to get into some of the cool features of this bag. And actually, harness system first, right? Harness system first. So GORUCK straps, these are the same straps you're gonna find on the GR1. Super beefy, super padded, super comfortable. As I mentioned earlier, sternum straps included. I don't know why they don't do that with all the bags, it just makes it easier. These are adjustable split bar straps, so you can easily slide them off, put them at a different position that works for you. I bring them down so it's a little lower on my chest. And then we've got good hardware throughout, real thick webbing. This never moves unless I want it to move, which is awesome. Some bags are a little delicate and will slide in and out of place, but not this one. So that is your harness system. As I mentioned, 210D on the underside of the straps. And we're gonna take a look now at some features. So here on this side of the bag, you've got what I use as a water bottle pocket. So this is a nice big space that extends inwards, right? This is gonna eat up a little bit of space on the inside of the bag if you choose to use it. But this is a 25 ounce Zoji Rushi bottle. It's pretty tall. And it fits in there great. You're not gonna get big wide bottles in there. You know, I didn't test. So I can't confirm like a big 1 liter Nalgene, but you know, something like this, which is a little thinner, you can see here, there's a little bit of space, but I wouldn't go super, super big just because it's gonna be tough to get in and out, especially when it's packed out. The second zipper, so same place, other side of the bag, this is gonna be maybe some of your quick access. So there are two elastic drop-in pockets here. Let's see if you can see that. So 2 of these guys. This one is larger, so this one goes all the way down to the bottom of the pocket, which is about here, and this one is much smaller, about yay big. So I've just got my work badge, hero clip, and some gum in this little one. And I don't really use this one. I instead put some small tech in a small pouch and keep that in here and kind of slide it down in front of the pocket. And the reason I do that is because this is what has turned into my quick access pocket. So if, you know, I need a quick charge, I've got a wall outlet, small USB-C cable, or a MagSafe bank. And if my big over-the-ear headphones run out of battery, I keep a small pair of earbuds in here. So this just gives me, you know, my minimum tech if I need it in a pinch. And it's nice just having it right here on the side of the bag. So super useful. It's okay to use, slinging it around, but when you do, it's kind of like up against your body. So it's a little easier to get when it's off your body, but you can finagle it, especially if something's maybe here at the top. But again, these pockets, they push inwards on the bag and they're gonna eat into the main space depending on what you have in there. So just plan accordingly. All right, so front of the bag, we've got our lid. You can see here, there is a nice loop field. Maybe it's tough to see, but there's a GORUCK loop field right here. You've got fidlock buckles, which is cool. Magnets are nice, right? How do they work? And GORUCK has provided some nice elastic strap keepers for your compression buckles. So these are great. The one thing I do wish is, you know, maybe there was some way where you could attach this strap a little higher up, because as soon as it's off, they just dangle, and it's not a big deal, but you know, always looking to make a bag better. Now there are two side zipper pockets, and they sort of go opposite each other. So this is the same side as the water bottle. This is not actually a pocket. It is access to the inside of the bag. This is what makes this top loader specifically much easier to use. Instead of having to open the top, dig through, rummage around, here, if I need something small, like a pouch in the middle, you know, this has got some snacks in it, this side zipper allows me easy access. Same thing with my headphones. You know, when I'm commuting, if I'm on a train, or I can just pull these out. I don't have to actually open the lid, get into the bag. It's just much easier to access the majority of your things through this side access zipper. So, huge fan of this. And, you know, these are the Sony XM3 whatever over-the-ear headphones from a few years back, and you know, I can fit them in long ways, no problem. So it's a good size zipper and should be plenty large enough to get the majority of your stuff in and out when you need to. Now on the other side, this is another pocket that extends about that. So this area here on the front of the pack, this is going to be a very sort of flat pocket, not a ton of dimension, and it's where I keep my iPad. Easy for me to get to when I need it. This is an 11-inch, and yeah, it is sometimes a bit tight getting this guy in and out, but it does fit and has worked out really great for me. So that's the exterior features. Nothing going on with the bottom, just some enforced webbing here to give the bottom a little bit of rigidity and to help any one or two items from sagging on one side. All right, to the inside. So right off the top, inside of the lid, you can see GORUCK M23. Again, this is the 21 liter. Feels a little bit more like a 24 liter. There is a nice mesh pocket on the underside of the lid. I've got mask, notebook, and they do give you a little tiny key leash with a little plastic clip. Nothing to write home about, but you know, nice to have a place for your keys. And this is pretty big. You know, this is a very sizable pocket, so you can get some good size items in here, even some smaller pouches. And then we have the bag itself, and the main cavity is cinched closed with a drawstring. And when you open it up, you know, you can see inside, kinda, right? Problem of the top loader. It's tough to get to stuff when you're going in just from this angle. So easy to load, and this is what I've got inside. Small pouch for some snacks, Evergoods half cap for some hygiene, Evergoods cap 2, it's my tech pouch. And the reason I use this tech pouch specifically with this bag, normally I have a smaller one. This at the bottom helps the bag stand. It gives it a little bit more structure. This Robic material is, you know, there's not a lot of structure with the exterior of the bag, and having a more square, blocky item at the bottom helps to give it a little space. And that's all I have on the inside. So, you know, cap 2 at the bottom. This was kind of sitting on the side. I had that on top, and the headphones just sitting there like this. And I probably had at least a quarter of the bag's interior to, you know, still use moving upwards with the capacity. So we're gonna try to take a look here at the inside of the bag. There's a pocket, you know, a laptop, document pocket, whatever you want to call it. Same way all GORUCKs do on the inside. I just keep a notebook in there, and you can get, you know, you can get most machines in there if you can't fit them in here. So this is a good option for those folks who might have that bigger machine that doesn't fit in the laptop compartment. And then above that sleeve is this mesh pocket, which is nice, you know, just one more little added bit of organization. And I just have my eyeglasses and a small pouch in there. And it's not stretchy mesh, it's just, you know, like a nylon fabric. So it doesn't expand a tremendous amount, but big enough for most glasses cases, I'd say. And that's your bag, right? So it's packed out with what I would take to work on a regular basis. It is, in my opinion, definitely bigger than 21 liters. I would say that this is, you know, I don't know if I'd say 25, but it's close. It's definitely a larger 21. And I talked to some folks with the 26, and they say it's huge. It's definitely more sizable for travel. So if you're considering something that's going to be primary for EDC or work or, you know, bopping around town, whatever, 21's probably the better choice because you can still use this for travel. You're gonna fit some clothes in there. It is important to remember that there's no external pockets. So the quick access items, the bottle on this side, it all kind of eats into the inside, making this sort of channel that you're gonna put everything else into. I think a good packing cube for this bag would be the Peak Design small one, the sort of more narrow, longer packing cube. That's gonna fit great in there. I'm not sure the medium is gonna do a good job and still give you utilization of the side pockets. So it will work in a pinch for, you know, a one bag travel, but definitely great everyday carry bag. You're gonna get extreme comfort from these straps. Your back's gonna sweat though, so that's the trade-off. Great straps, sweaty back. You've got good quick access. It's nice here, though you do have to take the bag off, I find, to really utilize it. And you've got some access to the main compartment of the bag. Fantastic feature. I think this would have never been a bag I chose to buy had it not had this. It would just become pointless to me. I would never use it otherwise. And then of course, this has become invaluable to me, a place for me to get to my iPad. I commute pretty long distances when I go to the office, and you know, having access to this on the go and, you know, headphones and stuff in the bag while I'm on the move it's important to me. So this all works out really well. And you know, the fid locks are great. You get a lot of expansion, and also, you know, you can bring that lid to be pretty small, but this is, you know, there's still a ton of space left for me to use in this bag if I really wanted to pack it out. So, you know, 21 liters I think is an extreme understatement on this bag. I think it definitely holds way more than that. So I think it's punching above its weight class. If you can still find it for $99 on GORUCK's website, really just buy it. Even if you don't love this color, it's a great bag for $99, $94, whatever it is. And you know, I'd recommend it. You can't go wrong for that price point. So overall, great bag. Downsides, you know, I think I'd like on the lid here, if you've ever used a Mystery Ranch bag, there is a exterior quick access, and then on the inside you also have this mesh pocket. here on the GORUCK, you just get the interior one. So if they found a way to separate these and give you 2 pockets here with this same capacity, I think that would really elevate this bag a lot. Otherwise, I don't think there's much I would change on it. Maybe offer this in Robic in, you know, some other colors. GORUCK does some pretty cool colorways every now and then. So maybe having some additional color options, but the Robic material is pretty great. I think they did a good job designing this bag. And personally, I find the M23 to be the best version of the M series bag they've done so far. There's a few variants. I believe M24 is out now. Not a fan of the M24. I think this one is the best version to date, and 94 bucks, yeah, it's a great deal. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Until next time, take care, and